Well, hello there, guys. It's me, that guy over there, and today we're going to be doing more work on this game. So what we're going to be doing today is adding life bars. Who doesn't want a life bar? I want a life bar. Okay, let's get into this quickly because it might take a little while to do. The first thing you do is add a counter, and it'll appear as these default numbers here. And you want to change that to a horizontal bar. This is the simple way of doing a life bar, by the way. I don't know if I'll get to the complicated way or not. And by default, if you go into this thing's properties, it'll have all these crazy high and low numbers. Oh yeah, there's background music just to freshen things up a little bit. But you have negative, I think that's 999,999,999. You want to change that to 0, and this to 100. Well, let's see. This thing's width is 96. Let's change that to 100. Height is 10. That should be about perfect. Okay, so you want your minimum value to be 0. You want your maximum value to be 100. Horizontal bar, doesn't matter which way you count from, really. And I'm going to change it to red. So here you have this counter. Let's change it to life bar. And okay. And if you go into these properties, you want to make sure in scrolling options that follow the frame is unchecked. That'll make it, when you play the game, not appear. Now the reason for that is because its initial value is 0. If you set it to 100, then it'll appear. Alright, there. So now this life bar is going to follow you wherever you go. And you'll notice I added a background and a few tiles since last time you saw the game. Drew them in about like 10 minutes, so it's not anything spectacular, but just adds to the atmosphere. Alright, so now you have this bar, and obviously you're going to need something to have that life bar, so I'm going to make an enemy. I'm not even going to animate it, because that would take too much time. So here you have enemy, right? And you want it so that this life bar corresponds to this enemy, right? Well, okay, so first thing we're going to do is add an HP value and an ID value. We'll get into that ID value later. So now it has HP and ID. I'm going to make it so it takes 4 hits. Now let's just do 5. Okay. So the way you make this enemy get hurt, I'm going to make 2 groups here. Sorry if I'm moving too fast for you. You know, you can always just pause it and go back and stuff, but we haven't really done much yet anyway. 2 groups, life bar and enemy. Under the enemy thing, you're going to say, this is overlap, and this is overlapping another object. Enemy, and gravity is greater than 0. We're gonna, well, let's see, what's its jump? Gravity, that's a spring, -12. Okay, so its default jump is -7 gravity. When it bounces off an enemy, I'm gonna make it so it just short of gets a full jump. So it's gonna go to -6, and I guess I'll make it so that you can double jump off of the enemy. So we're going to set flag off. I assume that's what flag 1 did. I haven't worked on this game since you saw the last tutorial, so yeah. And I'm going to change that to double jumping just to see if it'll work. Oh yeah, and the most important thing, we're going to subtract from its HP 1. So, oh yeah, and in here you want to say when its HP is lower or equal to 0, destroy. Alright, let's see if this works now. So we're bouncing up here, that's the enemy. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. So you can keep bouncing on it, and after you hit it 5 times, it'll get destroyed. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Now you want the life bar to follow the enemy's health. So, don't know what caused that confusion. How much time do I have? Wow, I've already used 5 minutes. Sad. Okay, so in the life bar, what you want to do, okay, so if you say, you can do it the easy way, and I'll make this really fast. Always set counter to this thing's HP times, what times 5 equals 100? 20. Now, okay, it'll work, but look how it does this. See, it just sort of instantly goes down to whatever health it has. That looks choppy and unprofessional. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. You go into this thing and you say compare counter to a value. When it is lower than this thing's health, HP, and we're going to make another one so it's greater. And so when the counter is less than this thing's HP, it's going to, no. What you want to do is do the times 20 thing so that it'll always go to its max, which is 100. Okay, so when it's that, we're going to add 1 to counter, going to subtract 1 from counter. So when it's greater than this thing's health, this is the most important one. When it's greater than its health times 20, which is 100, it's going to subtract 1. Basically, this is just going to make it go down much more smoothly than it was before. Like that. See, doesn't that look better? Yeah. So, that's how you do this stuff. I feel like I didn't explain this very well. It's HP, which is 5 times 20 equals 100. It's HP, when you jump on it once, it'll go down to 4. 4 times 20 is 80. So when this thing is greater than 80, it's going to go down by 1 until it reaches 80. Then it's going to stop. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay, and that's... Alright, I feel bad for not drawing anything in this thing. So we're just going to make a quick drawing because I have a little bit of extra time. So, we're just going to make a very evil looking bird, I guess. I have no idea what I'm drawing. This is totally like improv right here. Yeah, it's a bird. How is it a bird? Well, this is its beak. That's its mouth. That's that, and it has red eyes. There. It's a very evil looking bird. That does not look like a bird. Oh well. So yeah, that's Lifebars and enemies. And I still have time. Well, whatever, this will just be a short episode. Like always, if you have any questions or need me to explain anything better, you can leave a comment. I may or may not respond to you. If I do, then you got lucky. If I don't, then tough. Okay, so, yeah, Lifebars, enemies, that's how you do it. That's how you make the Lifebar smooth. And see you next tutorial. Have a good day.